Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me on today's short session on leveraging the power of health and social care data across Wales. I hope you're enjoying our virtual meetup here for the second year at the National Social Care Conference in Wales. By way of introduction, my name is Maria Booth and I'm the Business Development Manager for Wales at the Access Group. Many of you will know me from the work I've done with various Welsh authorities in relation to care delivery and management and commissioning. The purpose of today's session is to talk you through our data insight tool PAMS to specifically discuss the varying levels of digital and data maturity that we've seen in local authorities throughout the UK. Many authorities are at different stages of their data transformation journey, and we found that there is something for everyone within the PAMS solution to help us use data in a smarter, more efficient way, so that we can work collaboratively with providers and support commissioning decisions and deliver quality care services. As an introduction to PAMS, this slide details our high-level mission statement. So HAS Technology has an ambition to become the leading adult social care data collection and insights partner across all integrated health and social care organisations who have statutory duties for adults and children's social care. And our goal is to enable health and social care organisations to facilitate and shape a diverse, sustainable and quality market, which allows technology to give a risk-based and intelligence-led approach to market oversight. To achieve this ambition, we've pulled in a range of disparate open source data care feeds into one common place using one common identifier, which we have done using over the border in England CQC registration details. And all of this information is played back to you across all of your different functions in health and social care to support your decisions, both operationally and strategically. And we like to think that the technology is an enabler to make informed decisions. And these links that you see listed in front of you to third-party data sources are already operational and in place. While we completely understand the regulatory body, CIW, is different to the CQC, and you have different government legislation to adhere to, the chief benefits of our tools can be recognised in Wales. We've started to reach out to Margaret Rooney to enter in conversations with the CIW about mimicking some of the data feeds we currently receive from the CQC over in England, so that we can try and adhere where we can to a once for Wales approach wherever possible. And perhaps we could also engage with the data unit Wales too. We're definitely open to this. So to give you a bit of background about the PAMS tool, it started as a co-produced solution with the ADAS East of England, and that's the equivalent of AWASH in Wales. And that was back in 2017. And the ADAS East of England has 11 local authorities, and their focus back then was on provider quality. Following the project with them, other ADAS regions began to take note, like London ADAS, Yorkshire and Humber, amongst others. And from this, the toolkit started to grow to what it is today, which includes a wealth of tools to collect provider data. More recently, we've also focused on COVID returns and collecting information over and above the National Capacity Tracker question set. Been quite an exciting journey over the past 4 years, and we're looking at quality through the lens of the provider market and sharing this information with each local authority within the region, which provides, as you can imagine, huge time savings. This year, there was another very significant development, and we acquired another solution called Social Care Landscape, and this tool is now part of the PAMS toolkit. Social Care Landscape was and is a tool that was designed to take local client index system data from a number of local authorities and analyse this information to produce insights and benchmark around who you're commissioning with. So you can see how much money is being spent and any trends. And over time, this solution evolved to include more and more data from the CQC, Office of National Statistics, and that actually has produced very rich insights for clients over a number of different service areas. And this solution also developed over time to assist with market position statements too. While we won't be going into the detail of the solutions today, we do want to highlight that no matter your level of digital data maturity, there are ways that our tools can assist with insights right now and quickly. So this is our digital and data maturity slide, and it's running from left to right. So we have our maturity scale from immature on the left, right the way to mature. And within each stage, we hope to show how organisations using our tool are either working either individually in isolation, within a subcluster of local authorities, or as a complete regional approach, for example, like the regional partnership boards in Wales that may find this useful. And so if we start with our first point of reference, and this is particularly easy to achieve. So in this example, we've used all of the CQC's publicly available open source data to deliver insights to our customers. So what we're looking at here is using our market insights tool from an integrated care perspective. But you can see we can even go down to individual local authority by local authority comparison. And so you're able to compare and contrast through the quality lens at CQC. This is the starting point and an enabler on open data sets and open data source sets. And this is the starting step in the digital maturity journey towards information sharing. And then we move forward to the pre-aggregated indicators being shared. So there's more detail around quality, activity and costs. So the North East ADAS region have taken the information in the previous step that one step further, and each of their 12 local authorities are submitting data on a regular basis. And that's more information around the number of people being supported with things like activity information to track those changes from one period to another. And we've got a nice dashboard here, which is using Power BI that displays all of these insights to all 12 local authorities that work in this region. So they've taken the stage one and they've moved it on by submitting more local data to shape some of the dashboards and insights. And then we move up to our individual assessment data. And this is our spend and activity, and this is shared very regularly. And it's probably the biggest jump in digital data maturity. So at this stage, we automate all of the data coming from the disparate care management systems within a region, as well as the finance systems. And we go through a harmonisation process with our clients. So that will enable you to compare like for like, look at period on period analysis, and gives a greater wealth of information on spend and placement activities, but also the variance in different funding across different service types and different primary support reasons. Moving towards the end of our digital maturity matrix, we take this a step further forward by forecasting. It's obviously great knowing what's happened historically, but how does this historical delivery information impact on our future demand? So with this tool, we highlight data that helps you shape your care market. For example, you can see if you've got a suitable workforce and a market that actually can react to future demand, but also from a budgetary perspective, what does that forecast actually look like? And lastly, at the end of our digital maturity scale, we work with a number of regions where we pull all of the previous stages data together. So our quality, risk, spend and activity data, and this is shared across a number of locality boundaries. And what we're looking at here is an example of one of our home care commissioner dashboards, which is looking at value for money. What does good look like in relation to cost? The number of people supported, the number of hours delivered, and what is the variance period on period? I'm sure many of you will be on your own journeys and different stages within this maturity scale, but we'd very much like to enter into further discussions with the commissioners and quality contacts, but also with the regulatory bodies and other data sources like the CIW or the Data Unit Wales to explore how we can replicate what's going on over in England in Wales. We have tons of information, and if you would like more on the tools available, including live examples of our customers' market position statements that are in the public domain, then please do get in contact, and my contact details are below. Thank you.